Hi everybody, how are you? Happy Monday, happy Monday. I hope everything's going well and I hope you had a nice holiday, not holiday, a nice weekend this past weekend and you're ready for another good week. For this week, I'm going to show you a video regarding the sneaker market and it's an example of an informative speech. It's chapter 15. And as we start moving into the informative speeches, it's something that you need to start thinking about what subject you want to inform your audience about in regards to informing them about a particular subject. Remember, you're not necessarily trying to persuade them. You're not trying to say that one thing is better than the other or they should think this way versus another way. It's simply saying this is what this is. And you could talk about a subject that is a person, an event, an idea, um, so really, or even a how-to, right? How to change a tire, how to make a cake, that type of stuff. So the idea here is for you to be able to inform the audience and be able to let them know anything about anything, and with the idea of not trying to persuade them, but rather giving them the information, the facts, so that they can make their own decision as to where to go with that information. Okay, so start thinking about that as we move forward. The video, for those of you that are into sneakers, you're going to find it pretty enjoyable. For those of you that don't, you'll probably find it very enjoyable because now you'll begin to understand what the big thing is with all these sneakers, with all these Jordans and whatnot that are in the market. So it's going to give you some pretty good basic ideas on how to move forward. Um, so for this week, make sure you continue to read the chapter, do the quiz, and do the video discussion. Now, in regards to the video discussion and looking at some of the video discussions, a lot of you are doing a really good job with the in-depth responses, and I really, really do appreciate that. There's a few of you that are still giving me really short responses. I want to remind you that part of your participation grade it is coming from your participation in the video discussion. Since we don't have an in-person discussion, the online video discussions really become important. And it's really important that you give me some good in-depth responses that are usually going to be more than 3 to 5 sentences long, at least short sentences. You know, if you want to make them long sentences, that's fine. As long as you give me some good critical thought, you're good. But if you're going to give me something short, like I need to practice more, I, excuse me, if you need to give me something short, like, well, I think it was good, I enjoy it, um, I found it interesting, well, elaborate. Why is it interesting? Did you know about it before? Why did you not know about it before? Do you find it interesting now? What about the information specifically is something that you can relate to something else? Add depth to it. Put some critical thinking into your response and make it elaborate and in depth. All right. If you're, and that goes the same thing when you comment on the on you comment with your peers and making sure that you comment on two of your peers in their responses. Okay, make sure that's in depth as well. So if you've been continually doing that on a weekly basis and you've been in depth in all your answers and you've been in depth in your course in your two peers on a weekly basis, you're fine. You're going to get a good grade on your participation grade. But if you're not, it's noticed and it's seen. So you really have to think about what do I have to do to make sure that my comments are in depth and elaborate. And if you're not sure, just look at some of the other responses that where people showed a lot of effort. And I can tell you one of the things that you probably shouldn't do is wait until the last minute to submit, where you're in a hurry and you're really just putting stuff down to put stuff down. Um, so keep that in mind. Um, that's pretty much it for this week. For the following speeches, again, make sure you start thinking about a subject that you want to talk about and make sure that you start thinking about some of the ideas and some of the terms for your next speech. You are going to have to find at least 3 sources, so start thinking about that. You're going to have to find a book, a journal article, and a website, and you have to cite them as MLA or APA citation style. There'll be more information about that moving forward, but start thinking about, okay, where am I going to find the information? Journal article, book, and website. Okay, just putting a website link as a citation isn't going to work, and it's going to cost you some points. So if you don't know how to cite, my suggestion to you is Google how do I cite a website as APA or MLA, Or you can always go to the writing center, which will not only help you write the speech, but will also garner you some some extra credit points. So it's like a win-win for you. And I'll be putting up the information for the informative speech coming up soon. All right. But that's it for this week. Let me know if you have questions, and we'll just go from there. Your Halloween dad joke of the week. So, in keeping in tune with the skeleton, obviously, the skeleton didn't go to the party because it had nobody to go with last week. But why didn't it go to the haunted house? So why was the skeleton so scared that it didn't go to the haunted house? It didn't have the guts. Because it's a skeleton, it has no guts. All right. I hope you enjoy that one. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. I'm right here for you. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.